when he collected $250,000 in the richest bowling tournament in the world. Today, the faces have changed, but the prize is still the same in the $700,000 American Dream Classic. From the fun capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, Freedom Sports presents the 6th Annual American Dream Classic. Brought to you by Dodge Cars and Trucks. For performance on road and off, it's gotta be a Dodge. And by Kmart, America's favorite store. Now, from the bowling center at Sam's Town Hotel and Gambling Hall, here is your host, Denny Schreiner.
Well, everybody, I'm Denny Schreiner. Working with me once again, Mike Durbin, a man who won 14 professional titles, including 3 Firestone Tournament of Champions championships. But, Michael, you never bowled a game for $250,000. The AMs are going to be a little nervous.
Denny, I bowled for 20 years on the PBA Tour, and the biggest purse I ever bowled for was for $40,000. I did that twice, and in both cases, I was so nervous that I could hardly breathe. If I had a bowl for $250,000, I probably wouldn't have made it through the entire game. So I really don't know how these amateurs are going to react today. Anything could happen.
Darrel on top. He's going to bowl 1 game, actually maybe 2 if things don't work out, for $250,000. What's his philosophy? Does he attack or does he play defense?
Well, Denny, he is going to bowl 2 games possibly. If he wins the first game, the tournament's over. So if I were Darrel, my attitude coming out would be that first game, I would want to be as aggressive as I possibly could. Let the other guy finish last. I'm going to finish first so I can get 2 frames in right away, hopefully get out with a double and put the pressure on the other opponent right away. If I lose that first game, though, if Darrel would lose that, then his philosophy may change, and the natural human tendency is to be a little more defensive and a little more conservative in that second game.
Second place, not too bad either, Mike, $100,000.
But you want to win, Denny.
That's exactly right. Opening game coming up next between Rick Smyth and also Vial Blanke. Stay tuned, because at the end of this one, somebody will win $250,000. Center, Denny Schreiner along with Mike Durbin. And Michael, look at that, $250,000 on top.
Second place isn't bad either, Dan. 100,000 there, 40,000 for third, 20 and 10. They all look pretty good to me.
Yeah, you just keep shaking your head. And let's pick up the action in game number 1. Vial Blanke. Oh, he's in the 5th frame, and he really could extend his lead at this point over Rick Smyth.
Well, he leads by 24, working on 3 in a row, trying to make it 4 and have a 34-pin lead. Very controlled swing. Notice how he kind of loses the ball at the bottom of the swing. Loses it just right, though. Watch that finish.
I used to lose it like that all the time.
Oh, I wish I could. That was Larry Lobb's shot.
Rick Smyth out of Anchorage, Alaska, really has dug himself a very deep hole here in the opening game.
Well, he's working on 2 in a row, Dan, but he's down by 34. He can bite into that lead. Needs a strike right here badly. And...
oh, my goodness, and up jumped the double pinochle, and that's not what Rick Smyth needed, and he is in a very sad situation there as Vial Blanke went on to win 230 to 161. Smyth cashes for $10,000, though.
Not bad for 5th place.
And then on to game number 2 it will go, as Vial Blanke out of Idaho Falls, Idaho, will match up with a very talented player, Dennis Samsel.
And where we are right now, Dan, is Vial is in the 9th frame right now, trailing by 10 pins. If he can strike on this ball right here, he'll not only set himself up for the 10th frame, but he'll even the match.
Championship pair here at Sam's Town, 21 and 22. Been a pretty high-scoring event.
He's had the ball in the pocket consistently now for 2 games. Is he going to carry? The soft 10. That messenger pin just kind of slowed down coming across and didn't get it. He's not out of the match yet, though, Dan. If he can convert this spare, he still has somewhat of a chance, but he's definitely hurt his cause.
Vial played a while on the PBA Tour with some moderate success, but works in a bowling center now, and tremendous competitor. He lost after the 3rd game this week, went on to win 10 consecutive matches to make the television round.
That's almost impossible to do, to win that many matches in a row.
Boy, it's tough, I'm telling you.
Cross lane at the 10 pin and has it easily.
So he's done his job. Now it's up to Dennis Samsel at this point to come out and put the clamps on him here in the 9th and the 10th.
Leading by 10, working on a strike. If he can strike here in the 9th frame and mark in the 10th, he can lock up this match and go on to the next one. Very animated player, very controlled swing and a lot of turn. but if he gets strikes going, he moves around on that approach.
Very intense player, and boy, does he have some wrist action at the bottom of the swing.
Outside line, here it comes.
And there he goes. He moves around quite a bit. Big shot, though, in the ninth frame.
See that blur go across the screen there? That was Dennis running that strike out as we see it go flush into the 1-3 pocket, and there's Dennis flying through the air like a cheerleader.
So set the stage now, Mike, in the 10th. What does Dennis Samsel need to do to win?
What he needs to do right now is he leads by 20. He needs just any kind of mark.
Now, sometimes you have told me it's tougher to get a spare in a clutch situation than it is to get a strike.
Well, the thing you want to have in your mind is to be aggressive. The best kind of mark is a strike. Let's see if he can get it. Here it comes. Ooh, solid 10. He couldn't have thrown it any better, Dan. He put it right there, left that ringing 10 pin. What he needs to do, though, now is compose himself, get himself his mental faculties together, go cross lane at the spare, and make the 10 pin.
Of course, the winner of this match then heads on to game number 3 and would be guaranteed at least $40,000. The loser of this one takes home $20,000.
You don't want to be thinking about the money right now, though. You just want to be thinking about that pin.
Gotta have the cross alley spare, and he gets it and breathes a little sigh of relief in the process.
Well, now all he needs to do is stay behind that foul line and get 2 pins. Think you could handle that, Dan?
I don't know. Not for $40,000, I couldn't. Dennis checks out the scoreboard just to let himself know what he needs, and there's the reaction to picking up the 10 pin, probably the biggest 10 pin he's ever made.
He just tomahawked it there, didn't he?
Little frozen rope shot there, and he gets more than enough. And so Samsel goes on to win 226-217, and now he'll bowl Randy Scharf coming up next. A big week, though, nevertheless, for Vial Blanke, who cashes in for $20,000 in Las Vegas. There's the handshake and the hug from Calder. Buddy Finkelberg back to 4 right after this.